You know what? Mobile's working again, too. Vote proven success. Re-elect Mike Dean.
Asking tough questions.
And getting answers you can count on.
Coverage you can count on starts now.
The city of Mobile started phase 2 of its drainage project here on Florida Street, but it's also a second round of frustration for drivers in nearby businesses. I'm Keisha Payton, and I'll explain coming up next on News 5 at 5.
A News 5 investigation takes us to North Mobile County, where the upkeep of a local campground is in question.
It has been 2 weeks of temperatures above average, and that trend doesn't change anytime soon. News 5 at 5 starts right now.
Number 1 for news coverage you can count on. This is WKRG News 5.
Hello, and thanks for joining us. I'm Mel Showers.
And I'm Roseanne Haven. First on 5, more traffic headaches for people who travel along Florida Street.
Today, crews began phase 2 of the city's multi-million-dollar drainage project. The intersection of Florida and Imogene Streets was closed. As News 5's Keisha Payton reports, some drivers were caught off guard when they had to turn around.
Here we go again. Just when you thought you had seen the last of the orange barrels on Florida Street, they're back. This time, the intersection of Florida and Imogene Streets is the focus of the city's drainage project.
And to cut off those two intersections cripples traffic.
Drivers we caught up with are not too happy about having to turn around once again.
I can't stand it because now we got to go around. Gas prices are already too much.
Gas is it's too much. It's $4 a gallon just to be going back and forth, and then trying to go around just to get to a certain area in Mobile.
Yeah, I got to get out here and direct them here. They got the damn street blocked.
Adding to the frustration, Florida Street just reopened May 2nd after being closed nearly 8 months for the first phase of the project.
Absolutely frustrating to have gone through months and months of road construction, think it's over, and then pull up today and see the road closed again. Unbelievable.
Drivers are not the only ones who are fed up to hear with this drainage project. Nearby businesses say they can't even imagine what's to come when the crews move further down the street.
I know they had complications and things they ran into on the first part. And Lord knows what they're going to get into on the second part.
Hal Metzger owns the Whistle Stop restaurant on Florida Street. He hopes when crews move his way that his customers will have some patience.
So we're just kind of keeping our fingers crossed right now.
Maybe he won't have to deal with what this pharmacy is going through. Now that the intersection is closed, the parking lot has been turned into a two-way street.
The car was going around, and then they was meeting like intersection there, intercepting, and it's just bad. It's just bad.
In Mobile, Keisha Payton, News 5.
During the second phase of the drainage project, contractors will build a culvert to keep at least one lane of traffic open. The project is expected to be finished by March of next year. The first phase of the drainage project lasted 8 months. That part of the project took place between Imogene and Airport Boulevard. More than a dozen Florida Street business owners sued the city and the construction company, alleging the drainage project took too long, isolating them from their customers.
A Washington County middle school teacher convicted of enticing a student will spend the next decade in prison. A judge sentenced 55-year-old Charlene Schmitz today in federal court to 10 years and 1 month in prison. Schmitz was found guilty of using a computer to entice a child. She still faces state charges, including second-degree rape and second-degree sodomy. It comes after allegations that she had an improper relationship with a 14-year-old student. Prosecutors say the former Leroy Middle School teacher sent dozens of sexually explicit messages to the boy. A Milton mother has won another victory in clearing her name and getting her son back. A Santa Rosa County judge restored parental rights to 19-year-old Aaron Marcus this morning. Marcus, whose 4-year-old son was placed in state custody after she was arrested on felony child neglect charges, now has parental control over the boy. Those felony child neglect charges were dropped last month. The Florida Department of Children and Family Services has ordered Marcus' son Jaden to remain under hospice care, but Marcus has regained guardianship. News 5's Pat Peterson spoke with Marcus exclusively today about her ordeal. Don't miss Pat's interview. That's tonight on News 5 at 6. Construction work may be to blame for a house fire in the Oakley district today. The blaze broke out at this home on Savannah Street. Investigators say roofers working on the house may have accidentally started the fire. No one was injured. Damage is estimated at about $80,000.
We're just pennies away from paying $4 a gallon for gas. The national average hit a new record high today of $3.98. Fortunately, the pumps along the Gulf Coast are a little friendlier. Gas costs $3.91 in Pensacola and $3.88 in Mobile and Biloxi. With gas prices so high and people pinching their pennies, we all want to get the most out of our money. But if you're planning on heading to a campground, make sure you know what you're getting. Some families at Dead Lake Marina in Creola are not pleased about the conditions, and they call News 5 for help. News 5's Tiffany Craig has the story.
A chain link fence is not the only thing keeping these cousins from cooling off.
I want to go swimming.
The Williams family drove more than 70 miles to Dead Lake Marina.
Would you get in it?
And no one is getting near the swimming pool.
Algae and probably frogs and stuff.
It's closed for repair, or at least that's what the sign says.
You can tell it ain't been fixed in a long while, good while, because it's got weeds going up.
$20 a day is supposed to get you camping hookups, a boat launch, and access to the pool.
They should tell you if it's not working when you call and get reservations.
This is not a new problem. News 5 was out here a year ago, and here's what it looked like then. Ew. The office worker admitted off camera that he doesn't mention the pool problem when taking camp reservations.
I mean, if you got a problem, fix it. I mean, I'm sure that fixing that's not going to break the county.
Mobile County owns the property in Creola. We're told a bid is out to turn this into a saltwater pool.
Nasty.
But that's not going to help this Mississippi family hoping for some relief. Tiffany Craig, News 5.
After the 30-day bidding process, jobs must be done in no more than 4 months. That means a new pool would be ready by October.
Now, News 5 weather with your only First Alert Live Doppler.
And these are the days when people want to hit the pool. Our temperatures today back into the 90s. Once again, it's been 2 weeks of daytime highs and lows a little bit above average. It all starts to add up. And the thing that makes it worse is we're not getting rain. The clouds that we had today or are having today are blowing in from the north, but they're not rain clouds. So there's no rapid change in our pattern. Our nights stay muggy. We keep the light south wind and more heat. It's in the forecast in a few minutes.
According to his spokeswoman, Senator Ted Kennedy says he feels like $1 million. The 76-year-old Democrat underwent 3.5 hours of brain surgery this morning at Duke University Medical Center in North Carolina. Duke's top neurosurgeon performed the operation and says Kennedy was awake during the procedure. Kennedy was hospitalized last month after a seizure and diagnosed with a malignant lethal type of brain tumor.
Today's surgery is the first step for Senator Ted Kennedy in his battle against brain cancer. The senator has a difficult road ahead that includes radiation and chemotherapy. Dr. Malika Marshall reports.
In brain surgery, there's no room for error. When removing a tumor, Roosevelt Hospital's Dr. Raj Srivastava uses 3D imaging, giving him a roadmap to the tumor.
Like a GPS navigating system, like for a car.
Removing the cancer is done slowly, millimeter by millimeter. Many patients, including Senator Ted Kennedy, are awake while it's done to make sure no damage is done to motor function and speech. Average recovery is about a week, but could be longer for the 76-year-old.
In Senator Kennedy's case, he presented with a seizure, so his risk for a postoperative seizure would be higher.
Jim Talbert had the surgery in 2006, but like many cases, doctors were not able to remove the entire tumor.
It's like an octopus. It wraps around your brain.
He was given 6 weeks of radiation and chemotherapy, similar to what Kennedy is expected to receive. When Jim was first diagnosed, he was given 6 months to live. That was almost 19 months ago. He's one of 24 patients who are receiving an experimental vaccine for brain tumors. The vaccine works in a novel way with a protein. It directs the body's own immune system to find and kill tumor cells.
The immune system basically is like the sniper's bullet, and what we're giving it the target that it's supposed to shoot.
Jim's latest brain scan shows no sign of the tumor.
It's gone, and it's
highly likely that this is keeping it, away.
Duke is now beginning a new round of tests, making the vaccine available to more patients. Researchers say it may be an option for Senator Kennedy. Dr. Malika Marshall, CBS News.
More than 400 Texas children taken from a religious sex ranch nearly 2 months ago may be reunited with their families.
Some children may go back to their families as soon as tonight. A district judge in San Angelo signed an order allowing parents to pick up their children effective immediately.
As part of the agreement, the parents must not leave the state without court permission, and they have to attend parenting classes. The families may return to the Yearning for Zion Ranch, but it's not clear how many intend to do that. Child Protective Services will continue its ongoing investigation of child abuse.
And coming up on News 5 at 5, new weather stations are being installed across the Gulf Coast to help protect you in the event of a hurricane. We'll have details coming up.
And Bo Diddley, one of the true fathers of rock and roll, died today in his Florida home. We'll look back at his long career a little later on News 5. News 5 wants to hear from you. Let us know what's going on in your area. You can send an email to communitycoverage@WKRG.com or call 662-3055. News 5 at 5. We'll be right back.
News 5's Orange Beach Cam is sponsored by Penn Air Federal Credit Union. We get it done. News 5 Investigates is getting answers. In a series of special reports, News 5 took your insurance problems to state legislators and helped you find real solutions.
Thank you so much for having that panel on. It was wonderful. We're very thankful to WKRG Channel 5.
This story is online now. Watch it again, plus get exclusive web extras. Go to WKRG.com, keyword insurance. It's coverage you can count on, now online.
Randy McKinney, standing with Chancellor Byrne and Governor Riley to bring honesty and integrity to our education system. Our conservative fighter on the school board, Randy McKinney, cleaned up the 2-year college system and ended the corruption and scandal. He put the money in the classrooms, not in the pockets of special interests. Now, a Democrat union boss is trying to keep Randy McKinney from continuing the reform because no one has done more to end the corruption and improve education than Republican Randy McKinney, the conservative, honest fighter our children need.
Year after year, Palmer's Toyota Superstore is Alabama's #1 certified dealer. Log on and check out our certified inventory at palmerstoyotasuperstore.com or come by and see us. Palmer's Toyota Superstore, the family store.
Our community deserves better than politics as usual. It's time for a change.
Multi-million-dollar deficit, school board overspending. It's time for a change.
Overcrowded classrooms, and we're laying off teachers. It's time for a change.
I'm LaVon Charles Manzi, and I would appreciate your vote and support on June 3rd.
It's time for a change.
For the Mobile Bay Bears schedule, including Friday night fireworks, go to WKRG.com, keyword Bay Bears.
It's time for the WKRG and the American Red Cross annual kickoff to Summer Blood Drive, Friday, June 6, 12 to 6 p.m. Be a lifesaver. Give blood. WKRG News 5 brings you community coverage you can count on. Hurricane season has started, and so far, no hurricanes are headed toward the Gulf Coast.
But the next time a hurricane strikes, new equipment will be in place to measure the storm's intensity. Meteorologist Janae Young has the story.
When it comes to forecasting hurricanes, there's a lot we still don't know.
We don't understand a lot about intensification. We don't understand a lot about structure, like why are there double eye walls? How do they form?
And that information inside the storm is important for all of us.
If we get a storm like Katrina, we need to know what's due and where exactly are the bad conditions going to be, and what are they going to be?
New weather stations like this one are being installed across the Gulf Coast. Each site will continuously measure temperature, wind, pressure, and rainfall totals. When a hurricane makes landfall, The measurements will be studied to help improve future computer forecast models.
The models have a lot of problems getting especially the storm intensity right. So with real data, we can verify that the model did a good job or did a bad job, and from that we can learn where the models are lacking and how we can improve that.
Another problem with hurricane forecasting is where the storms form. Permanent observation sites like this site at the University of South Alabama are not installed over water where the storms happen.
Key to getting your weather model to run correctly is input. So like garbage in, garbage out. That applies to all computer models, including weather models. So if you can get good initial data, you can improve your forecast.
In total, 30 observation stations will fill the gap when it comes to observing all types of weather, including hurricanes.
Right now, a few stations are already measuring weather data in Mount Vernon, Agricola, and Bay Minette. For a link to that website, log on to our website, WKRG.com.
Now, Alan Seals with First Alert Weather.
The summer heat has set in a little bit early, and that means as we go into tomorrow, temperatures remain above average. Your first forecast does not show rain, and it's going to be very much like this for the next several days. By noontime tomorrow, we will be in the upper 80s. We could see an isolated shower as we had seen today, but we're not looking for stormy weather. The big storms are moving from the southern plain, or central plains rather, passing to our north, heading toward the southeast. That's pretty much the pattern of the jet stream, which for us is a quiet pattern for now. Today, flocks of fluffy clouds, not growing very tall, quiet weather, and gentle wind. We've got wind right now south at 10 in Mobile, southwest at 13 at Orange Beach. You'll notice the dew points in the lower 70s, so that's why the air feels sticky. And again, there'll be very little change anytime in the near future. Here's your First Alert Viper going back the last couple of hours. One lone shower along the Pascagoula River a little bit earlier, and then same thing in the Florida Panhandle. This is about all that we're going to see for the next couple of days, just a shower here or there. This one right in the central part of Eglin Air Force Base, and then also to the east of Valparaiso. Those are moving southward. We go a little bit farther to the south, and if you were watching Janae Young over the weekend, you heard her talking about the first tropical system of the year. Arthur, it is now gone, so don't worry about that. But of course, now that we're into hurricane season, we'll start focusing on what's going on in the Gulf and in the Caribbean, and we'll show you the list to keep you updated. Here's the list of the names, which hopefully we won't see many of these, but the first one was Arthur. It became a tropical storm, barely lasted for a day and a half over Belize, and then worked its way westward and faded away over Mexico, so no problem for us. Here's the way your forecast map looks. Noontime tomorrow, a lot like today, partly cloudy skies. A small chance, literally, for a shower here or there, but mainly in the Florida Panhandle. It's not going to amount to much. From Tuesday into Wednesday, high pressure still squashes the clouds down, so even Wednesday looks like a relatively dry period. Travel temperatures tomorrow, Atlanta, Birmingham, they'll be in the upper 80s. But as you travel toward the west, you'll find 92 in New Orleans, 93 in Shreveport. And of course, we're going to stay above average, warmer than average for the next couple of days. Our forecast tonight, calm conditions. Sunset at 7:52. We could see some high clouds drifting in from the north, but no big deal. Otherwise, muggy, lower 70s. Tomorrow, lower 90s, just like today. And even if you're at the beach, temperatures will still be in the middle 80s because that south wind off the Gulf is not very strong, but also because the Gulf is pretty warm because we haven't had much rain to mix in with the water and cool it down. So the next 5 days, 91, 91, 89, 89, no difference there. Either way, temperatures a little bit hotter than you probably want to see. I'll have more on your extended forecasts coming up at 6 o'clock.
And coming up on News 5 at 5, legendary R&B singer and guitarist Bo Diddley has died. More on the Mississippi native's life and legacy when News 5 returns.
Students and faculty at Molino Park Elementary are dealing with a tragic loss, and family and friends are wondering how something like this could happen. A fourth grade teacher died only minutes after telling her students goodbye for the year, and only days before she was set to retire. Find out how the community is coping tonight at 6.
And as we go to break, here are the top web stories on WKRG.com. News 5 at 5. We'll be right back.
WKRG News 5 First Alert Live Doppler Radar is brought to you by these Touchstone Energy Cooperatives.
Rising fuel prices, skyrocketing electric and gas bills. The solution: cut dependence on foreign oil by increasing nuclear power. And of the PSC candidates, only Matt Chancey's talking about it.
Radical environmentalists have stopped nuclear power and are a leading cause of our high energy bills. As Public Service Commission president, I'll take on the radical environmentalists and the liberal elite and bring our energy costs down now.
Matt Chancey for PSC president. Conservative leadership. Energy independence now.
If you own a home or other structure that has polybutylene pipe with insert fittings, you may be entitled to free replacement of your plumbing if it has leaked. To qualify, your PB plumbing must have been installed between January 1st, 1978 and July 31st, 1995. For information on your legal rights and free plumbing replacement, visit pbpipe.com or call 800-392-7591. That's 800-392-7591.
USA Children's and Women's Hospital is the region's only hospital with an intensive care unit just for babies.
We're able to provide care for the sickest of premature or other critically ill newborn babies.
Twice as many babies are born at Children's and Women's than any other hospital in Mobile.
We get to watch miracles happen every single day. So when it's your time to deliver, you need to be with us.
USA Children's and Women's Hospital.
The record is clear. Inheriting a system in crisis, Commissioner Fleet Bell has shown the ability to lead by working with the superintendent and fellow board members to fix the problems facing the largest school system in the state. In just 2 years, Commissioner Bell appropriated $2.4 million for renovations at Dunbar Middle School. Done. $2.4 million for renovations at Murphy. Done. $1.3 million for the construction of the William Jesse Athletic Complex at LaFleur. Done. On Tuesday, let's keep Commissioner Fleet L. Bell working for District 4.
The shuttle Discovery docks with the International Space Station, bringing the scientists on board some much-needed relief. Discovery is carrying a new Japanese-built lab module, and something some might say is even more important. The shuttle is also carrying a replacement pump for the space station's only toilet. The toilet broke more than a week ago. Discovery's crew spent the earlier part of the day positioning the shuttle so the ISS crew could inspect the underside, checking for any damage during liftoff. A spokeswoman says music pioneer Bo Diddley has died. He was 79 years old.
The spokeswoman says Diddley died of heart failure. Karen Brown has more on the life and times of Mississippi native Bo Diddley.
He called himself Bo Diddley, slang for nothing at all. But in the music world, Bo Diddley was anything but nothing at all. Born Ellis Bates in 1928 into a poor Mississippi family, he picked up the guitar as a youngster and also studied the violin. While working construction in Chicago, he cut his first single, featuring a taste of what would become his distinctive sound, distinctive beat, and distinctive guitar.
Now I'm a man.
Bo Diddley emerged in the 50s, changing the tune of modern music and helping evolve rhythm and blues into rock and roll with what would be coined the Bo Diddley beat. His unique street sound was mimicked by everyone from the Rolling Stones to Elvis.
I'm the one that Elvis Presley copied. And a long time I would never say it, but you know, it's time to tell the truth of where it all happened at.
The first African-American to appear on The Ed Sullivan Show in 1955, he was then banned after angering the host for playing 2 songs instead of 1. Bo Diddley was also among the first black artists to reach white audiences, crossing the racial divide.
All you gotta do is take your time, and if you take your time, you can get butter from a duck.
In 1987, Bo Diddley was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and received numerous other recognitions, including a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award in the late 90s. Described as a true pioneer of rock and roll, Bo Diddley kept rocking the Diddley beat until the end. Karen Brown, News 5.
Waiting in line just to put food on the table, right here in America. I'm Seth Doan. That story tonight on the CBS Evening News with Katie Couric.
They've come from across America for a chance at fame and fortune. And they brought their owners along, too. Who they The search is on for the greatest American dog.
He pees and poos on command.
Who has the talent? Who has the personality?
His favorite music is Josh Groban.
Who has the good looks?
Smile for the camera.
To win a real dog-eat-dog contest. The dog days of summer are here. The greatest American dog. Coming to CBS July 10th.
Mike Dean delivers progress with no new taxes. Protecting seniors, 300 miles of roads, and new jobs.
What you have in your county commission, it is as good as you will find anywhere in the state of Alabama. There has been success after success after success after success.
Mike Dean's working hard for Mobile County. And you know what? Mobile's working again too. Vote proven success. Re-elect Mike Dean.
On February 17th, 2009, television will change forever. Now, if you're watching News 5 on cable or satellite, nothing will change for you. But if you're watching us with an antenna, listen up. After February 17th, 2009, you will need an HD-ready TV or a converter box to watch News 5. Remember, that's only if you're using an antenna. If you're using cable or satellite, nothing changes. Is your TV ready for the big switch? Visit dtvanswers.com for more information.
Why is politician Randy McKinney attacking our teachers? It's because he can't run on his own record. He'll do or say anything to save his job and distract voters from his involvement in the worst scandal in the history of the state school board. On McKinney's watch, millions of our education tax dollars were wasted, and now thousands of teachers are being laid off. But Paul Christopher is different. He'll always look out for our schools and our tax dollars.
On June the 3rd, vote for me, Paul Christopher. The students and teachers of Mobile, Baldwin, and Escambia counties are depending on us.
WKRG News 5 weather is sponsored by SAD Healthcare, a family tradition of caring.
And we want to thank you for making News 5 your choice for news. And please join us again tonight at 6 o'clock.
And remember, check us out on the web, WKRG.com. See you at 6.
Toodaloo.
For the latest health information, go to WKRG.com and click on keyword Health Connections.
Are you feeling the need for speed? Then start your engine and race over to the Palace Casino Resort for the Off to the Races Daytona Trip Giveaway. We're giving away 2 trips for 2 with airfare, 5-night accommodations, and VIP grandstand tickets. Play now at the Palace to earn entries. Then on Friday, June 13th, 2 lucky winners will be drawn, and they'll be off to the races. It's the Off to the Races Daytona Trip Giveaway, only at the Palace Casino Resort.
Randy McKinney, standing with Chancellor Byrne and Governor Riley to bring honesty and integrity to our education system. Our conservative fighter on the school board, Randy McKinney, cleaned up the 2-year college system and ended the corruption and scandal. He put the money in the classrooms, not in the pockets of special interests. Now, a Democrat union boss is trying to keep Randy McKinney from continuing the reform because no one has done more to end the corruption and improve education than Republican Randy McKinney, the conservative, honest fighter our children need.
Does being outside really bug you? Enjoy the outdoors by bringing the inside out. With a new sunroom or screened-in porch from MGR Patio Perfection, you can enjoy the outdoors in a perfect setting. Call 602-4758 for your free consultation.
Palmer's Toyota is Alabama's only Toyota certified collision center, and we'll fix your Toyota the right way.
When buying your next Toyota, be sure they have a Toyota certified collision center. Come see us today at Palmer's Toyota Superstore, the family store.
Mike Dean delivers progress with no new taxes. Protecting seniors, 300 miles of roads, and new jobs.
What you have in your county commission, it is as good as you will find anywhere in the state of Alabama. There has been success after success after success after success.
Mike Dean's working hard for Mobile County. And you know what? Mobile's working again too. Vote proven success. Re-elect Mike Dean.
At Chavez Furniture and Appliance in Chickasaw, we're celebrating our 55th anniversary. The remodeling's been completed and the all-new kitchen store is amazing. If you're looking for stainless steel appliances, take a look at this. Refrigerators, ovens, cooktops, ranges, dishwashers from brands like GE Profile, and Monogram. At Chavez, you get our best price every day and you'll be saying, deal. Come see us and you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Little KSJ, I'm going boom, boom, boom.
Tonight, the clock and the numbers are against her, but Hillary Clinton is showing no signs of giving up.
We're going to make our case to all of the delegates as to who would be the best president.
I'm Katie Couric. Also tonight, surgery for Senator Kennedy. Doctors operate on his malignant brain tumor. We'll have the latest on his condition. Hunger in America as lines at food banks are growing longer, supplies are growing shorter. And he was a rock and roll pioneer. Remembering Bo Diddley, the man, and his music.
This is the CBS Evening News with Katie Couric.
Good evening, everyone. Just 2 primaries left, and Barack Obama is moving ever closer to the Democratic presidential nomination. Hillary Clinton is still hanging tough, but her hopes are fading fast. Our CBS News count shows Obama needs just 44 delegates to clinch. Clinton, on the other hand, needs 205. There are 31 up for grabs tomorrow in South Dakota and Montana, and 200 superdelegates are still uncommitted. Dean Reynolds is in Chicago tonight, and Dean, this battle may soon be over, right?
That's right, Katie. Barack Obama says the general election will start tomorrow night when he expects to cross the delegate threshold needed for nomination. But a spokesman for Hillary Clinton's campaign says she has no plans for now to quit the race.
Speaking in the battleground state of Michigan today, Obama offered the kind of generosity that only the victor can offer the vanquished.
Senator Clinton has run an outstanding race. She is an outstanding public servant.